Hello, this is Anthony Tors and I'm logging into my Autoresponse Plus. I'm going to do you a video showing how to add messages to your autoresponder. We're going to use the example we've been working on through this video series, which is the Success Classic ebook download, which can be subscribed to at successclassics@eventsforyoursuccess.com. So I'm going to click on Messages. As you'll see, there's currently no messages for that. So I'm going to add a message. And up comes our form. So the first option here is create new message after save. You would tick this if you wanted to create multiple messages, and when you save the changes it will come up with a blank form for you to do your next message. So the first form to complete at the top is our schedule. So how do we want this to be emailed out? Do we want it to be sent immediately, or do we want it to use an interval? For example, we want it to be sent in not before 9 AM, and we want it to be sent one day after the previous message. So if it's the first message, what you probably normally want is for it to be sent immediately, and as you can see here, this interval is only relevant if use interval is set above. If in our schedule we select next run, that means that Autoresponse will send out any due follow-up messages using a task that runs automatically on your web server. If you choose this option, the message will be sent out next time that the task automatically runs. You could also send out on a specific day of the week. Most frequently used types is immediately or use interval. We can select the days that it can send on. So out of all of our weekdays we can choose a day. We can type the message. So I'm just going to pause the video and pop a... So I've just called my subject Your Success Classics ebook library login. We can choose a default format if we want it to be plain text or HTML. Plain text is much more guaranteed as far as delivery. However, we can't put nice links in there. For this example, I'm just going to choose plain text, although I will show you how to edit HTML as well. We can also put in some file attachments. I'm not going to deal with this in great detail because these file attachments need to be uploaded to a specific directory, and they need to be in 8.3 file name format, so we'll deal with that in a different video. We can also CC this message to somebody or BCC it to somebody if you had that need. We can also include a header and footer. Those headers and footers would be detailed in your setup of the autoresponder under page setup. So for the moment we're just going to leave those off. Track open rate, I normally like to do that. Can only be done with HTML and multi-part, so in hindsight let's change that back to HTML. So let's pop a message in here. I'm just going to pause the video while I put some content in there. So here I've added some text. Hello, thank you for requesting your access to eBook Classics Library and becoming a member of Events for Your Success. The library can be accessed, and I've copied and pasted the link, and then password is password. Please save this email because you will need this link and password to access the library in future. Please check the library frequently as we will regularly add new classics. Regards, Tony. But if I forgot something very important, I need to add a dynamic content tag for the person's name. So I can click up here on dynamic content, and this brings up the help menu for our dynamic content. So here I'm going to copy, not full name, I want first name, and in more advanced emails I may choose to use more dynamic tags. So first name, now default, I don't want a default, I just want a blank if I don't have anything there. Otherwise, if it was something, if I wanted it to say, if they didn't put a name in, I wanted it to say Fred, I could put Fred there in place of the word default. So there we have our plain text message. What I'm going to look at now is changing a HTML message. So for starters, I'm just going to take all of that text. just forgot something very important. I really should put an unsubscribe dynamic content in there. So I'm just going to go down, and here we go is our unsubscribe link text. So we're going to copy that, and I'm going to put that in the footer there. So now I'm just going to copy that whole lot, and I'm going to make a HTML message with that. Now I have no HTML code in there. I really shouldn't have copied and pasted that at this point. I'm just going to take that all back out. I'm going to toggle to my WYSIWYG editor, and I'm going to paste all of that content back in there. This now allows me to do some tricky things where I may wish to, say, perhaps bold these, and I may wish to turn this into an actual link. So I'm going to copy that, I'm going to click on my link button, and I'm going to add my URL into there. So now I've turned that into a clickable link. So I could add other things in there, I could add pictures or whatever, I could include more formatting. For the moment, that'll do us. What I can do is I can also preview that. It's just opened in a new window. There's a preview of what the person would see when they open their email. You can see there it's replaced the name, and it's put in our unsubscribe link, and this is a clickable link. So returning to our form here, we can also create an RSS message, much the same. I'm not going to go through that at the moment. And after that, again, we can click save. If we want to continue on to create the next message immediately, we can click save changes and tick this box first. Click change, save changes, it will open the next screen. So I'm just going to have a quick review of this. Yes, it's doing everything I want. I'm going to click save changes. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to test this. So click on test, and it's going to send to me, because I've set that up, plain text and a HTML message. So I'm going to confirm that test and pause the video while I go and check my inbox to show you how those come in. So here I am over in my Outsourcing Office program. I love my Outsourcing Office program. We hope to launch this to everybody sometime this year, so keep an ear out for that. So here we go. Hello, I haven't got a name because I don't have anybody on my subscribers list yet. As you can see, it's given us the right title. It's given us the right, it's said it's from me at info@eventsforyoursuccess. This is my send to email address. It's got everything we wanted. It's got our link there, and it looks like I didn't quite save the unsubscribe link. So there's something I'd need to go back and edit. So now let's have a look at the plain text message. So here we go, here's our plain text message. Again, as you can see, everything in plain text, and with our unsubscribe link we have the complete link there that they can click on and go to that unsubscribe screen. So we'll just click on that and have a quick look at what it does. Here we go. Because we didn't have our settings to give the reason, it's taken us straight through to immediate unsubscribe. So now, because I made a little error in that message, if I go back to my list of messages and I can click on edit, and that will take me back into that, and I can have a look at what I did. Go back into my WYSIWYG editor. Ah yes, I've dropped the unsubscribe link off it, so let's just grab that from there, cheating, pop it in there, and we'll save those changes. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's been helpful for you using Autoresponse Plus, and hope to see you over at Events for Your Success at some stage. Remember that address, www.eventsforyoursuccess.com.